Good morning, everyone. Today we'll be looking at how to identify main ideas and supporting details. So first of all, let's start with the overall structure of a paragraph. And then we move on to main idea, supporting details, and finally concluding sentence. Now let's start with the overall structure of a paragraph. Have you ever felt intimidated by something that looks like this? It's a super long paragraph and you do not know where to start. However, it's not as hard as you imagine. You can think of it as a hamburger. And this is exactly and essentially what a paragraph looks like. First of all, we start with the main idea, and then there comes supporting detail number one, supporting detail number two, supporting detail number three, and finally a concluding sentence. Now, these are the different layers of a paragraph. First of all, we start with a piece of bun, and that's the main idea. Next up, we have a slice of cheese. That's supporting detail number one. Moving on, we have a piece of meat patty, and that's supporting detail number two. And then you may want some lettuce, and that's supporting detail number three. Finally, we have the last piece of bun, and that's a concluding sentence. Now, let's jump into the main idea of a paragraph. So the main idea is usually hidden in a topic sentence, which is essentially the first sentence of a paragraph. And it usually gives a general idea with keywords. Let's take a look at some indicators. You may wonder, what are indicators? Indicators are actually signs that tell you, hey, I'm the main idea of this paragraph. And they are usually keywords. You may ask, what are keywords? Keywords are usually nouns, verbs, and adjectives. Let's take a look at this example. Hong Kong's street food scene is famous around the world. The keywords in this sentences are street food, famous, and the world. By looking at these keywords, you can understand the main idea and the gist of this paragraph immediately. Let's take a look at another example. Despite its strong odor, stinky tofu is one of the most delicious snacks you can find on our streets. Strong odor, stinky tofu, and delicious are the keywords this time. And by looking at them, you can understand this sentence and understand the main idea super quickly. Moving on, let's talk about supporting details. Supporting details usually show facts, opinions, and examples. If a writer wants to show facts, he or she may include these expressions like research shows that, according to, in fact. And they may also give opinions using, in my opinion, I think. Of course, they use examples like, for example, such as. Finally, you'll see a lot of signposting in each paragraph. For example, first, in addition. Moving on, let's talk about concluding sentence. Concluding sentences, they usually summarize your key points. Now, what we're looking for in concluding sentence is a sense of closure. For example, in conclusion, as a result, you want to tell your readers that, hey, this is the end of my paragraph. Now, the list is not exhaustive. Now, please share some examples with your teacher and classmates.